The following program was produced by Community Producer. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the community producer and do not reflect Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or your cable provider. MATV welcomes your comments. Call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
Hello everybody and welcome to another version of Malden Rotary in the Community. I'm your host, Mark Golub. We have been featuring for the past few months members of our club who are brand new to the Rotary community. The young lady who's sitting to my left, your right, is the final new member that we are privileged to introduce to you today. Her name is Teresita Tetzaguic. She works for Eastern
East
Bank
Boston.
or what is it?
East Boston Savings
East
Bank.
Boston. I apologize. East Boston Savings Bank in a local town. She's the manager.
Assistant branch manager.
Assistant branch manager, and we're very pleased to have her as a member of our community. So Teresita, thank you for making time for us today. I have a few questions for you so our viewing audience can get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you please tell us a bit about yourself, such as your background, your origins, your family, and your occupation?
Okay. First, thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here in your show. Well, I'm originally from Guatemala. I've been in the U.S. for 15 years. I work at East Boston Savings Bank as an assistant manager, and I've been there for the last 13 years. And also, I'm married. I have 2 children, and
Okay, and tell us a little bit about your family back in Guatemala City.
well, I'm from Guatemala City. My father is from Mazatenango. I have 2 brothers, 1 sister. They all live in the city back there. And last week, my new nephew was born.
Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you. So we're very happy about that.
Yes.
Mhm.
You said your dad is a carpenter.
Yes, my father is a carpenter, and my mother, she was a nurse, but she worked for some time, and then when we had kids, she was a stay-home mother. Yeah.
And your husband, Jorge, or George in English, tell us a little about him.
Well, he works at Jacobs in Boston. He is a cat technician over there. She's been there for almost 4 years.
Okay. And your kids are 10 and 5.
Yes, my son Rafael, he's 10 years old, and my daughter Regina is 5 years old.
And you work for East Boston Savings Bank, general manager, and what are your duties?
Well, as an assistant manager, you know, I always make sure that the branch is running, that everything is to perfection, and of course, you know, our main, we focus on customer service. We are always welcoming new customers, especially, and, you know, promoting bank products, and providing a really good customer service.
I'm sure it's a
That's
wonderful,
our priority.
it's a great bank and you're a great employee. So let's talk a little bit about why you became a Rotarian.
Mhm.
Were you a Rotarian before this?
No, I wasn't. Well, East Boston Savings Bank is always, trying to help the communities that we serve. So as part of mass employment, they are giving me the opportunity to join the
Hmm.
Rotary, and I've been a Rotarian for maybe 6 months.
Yeah, you've been there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we had another member of East Boston Savings Bank, Brian Scalisi, who was a member for a few years, and then he was moved to another branch, which was out of our viewing area.
Mm-hmm.
And so it fell to you to take his place. So, what are your early impressions about our club, Teresita, in terms of the people you've met and the ideals of Rotary?
Um, well, through the Rotary, I had the opportunity to meet people like you who do a lot of work in the community, that do an amazing job, trying always to find ways to help and improve, and that it's important because we all are part of
Hmm.
these communities,
Yes.
so we all need to be part of the solutions too. Hmm.
And have you made any friends in the club?
Yes, I have met, I think, almost everybody at the meetings that we have on Wednesdays. Um, a lot of people that is important to meet because they do an awesome job, and they also share, well, with you your ideas and and goals to ways to find ways to improve the community.
Okay. There's also the four-way test. Is it good for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it's the truth, you know, and high moral principles and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you comfortable as a Rotarian?
I am, yeah, I am comfortable. I am very happy, and it's amazing the work the Rotary does.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's great to hear. Now, as a Rotarian, there may be certain things that you want to see accomplished. Are there any particular areas that you would see yourself involved with? Uh, any ideas that you have? Any goals for yourself as a Rotarian that you would like to see accomplished?
Well, um, education, I think, is very important in our communities.
Education.
Yeah, education. Um, so my goal is to be maybe to be more involved in the education section of the Rotary.
Were you ever a teacher?
No.
No.
Well, back in Guatemala, I teach to write and read to a couple of kids. Yeah. So that has been always my
Okay, so
mm,
you'd like to be
part of my worries.
a,
Yeah.
a, a Rotary educator.
Mhm.
Well, that's very good to know.
Mhm.
Uh, there are a lot of service clubs out there. Lions, Elks, uh, whatever happens to be. And Rotary is just one of those, what we call service clubs, clubs that are devoted to service to humanity.
Mhm.
And so we like to think that we have something special to offer. In your own experience as a Guatemalan at first, and there are Rotary clubs in Guatemala City,
Yes.
by the way.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if your dad was ever involved in that, but um, what do you think makes Rotary unique when compared to or contrasted
Mhm.
to other service clubs?
Yeah. Well, the Rotary is concerned about health, education, clean water, the environment, but they they are not focused only here in Massachusetts or here in Malden or the U.S. It's an international project, and you know, uh, through have what I have seen is that all the projects that the Rotary have, they are very important for the humanity. Um, like the projects that they have in India or Africa, and the fight against polio. I think that's an amazing job. hmm So, and the work, the dedication that the Rotarians, um, you know, uh, apply and do is just amazing, and that's the difference. I think that's the inspiration that they have to get things done.
I see you as an idealistic young woman that, you like to see the world become a better place, less crime, drugs, all of that. Do you think that Rotary is a good deterrent to crime, and because it raises children of Rotarians with better values than otherwise they might not have?
hmm
So do you think that Rotary is a good catalyst for that? Something, organization that works hard to bring people into their fold with the high ideals that its founders had?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because well, specifically here in Malden, they just last week they helped to do um, the cleaning on the street, and that's important because kids see that, the youth see that, and it's they see that they're not alone. That it's important to keep the city clean, so it looks beautiful because that's where we live.
Yes. So, in a sense, Rotary is an extension of you as a human being.
hmm
High ideals, high principles, high goals. So all of this is very important. Time is flying by here, and we're going to take a little break for some public service announcements. And we'll be back with Teresita Tetzaguic in just a few moments.
Chill out. Don't tell me to chill out when you're stealing my things.
You're causing a
I wouldn't have to raise my voice if you just give it back and stop being like a criminal.
I don't have your cell phone.
Oh
I don't
God,
have
look
your
at
cell
yourself.
phone.
What are you offering?
Is this
the
a
world,
thief's
huh?
uniform?
Oh my
You see all these people standing around here? Why am I the one?
I'm
Why are you
sorry,
singling me out
homie.
right now?
Okay.
What?
Don't make this a big deal. Just give it back, okay?
Did you see me? Did
Yes,
you see
and
me?
I just know you took it.
Where are
Look
your
at yourself.
witnesses?
Look at
Where are your
yourself.
witnesses?
What?
Did you see me? Did you see me?
Hey, you left this in the bathroom.
Good morning. I'm here to read you your rights.
My what?
We're all free and equal. Don't discriminate. You have the right to life.
You have the right to life and to live in freedom and safety.
You have a right to education. You have a right to your own things.
You have the right to social security. You have the right to play.
You have the right to democracy. You have the right to asylum.
You have the right to take responsibility.
And no one and nobody can take these rights and freedoms away from you.
Why are you doing this?
You have a right to know.
we want them to be.
Hello again, everyone. We're back here with our guest, Teresita, who is one of our newest Rotary Club members. We're very happy that you're here with us.
Thank you.
This morning. And I have a few other questions for you as a new Rotarian. Say your husband or a friend of yours might be interested in becoming a Rotarian as well. Or they're on the fence, they're not 100% sure. So what would you tell somebody why it's good to become a Rotarian?
Well, if you are interested in, help your community and participate in more events for the benefit of your own community, I will recommend you to please consider the Rotary. We have a meeting every Wednesday. The first Wednesday of the month is at Pear Street Station, and then every other Wednesday is at 12:15 at Anthony's. Check our website, is www.rotary.com. Come to the meeting and you will see by yourself all the projects and programs that the Rotary are working on, and you'll be more than happy to become a Rotarian.
That's very good. Now, you're gradually getting more and more active. I understand that you participated in the recent road race.
Yes, I did. I finished the 5K. It was 3 weeks ago, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Have you done a lot of running?
Not really. To be honest with you, that was my third one.
Your third race?
Yes, my third race.
What other races have you participated in?
Well, I did the one in Guatemala. They do it for New Year's, the San Silvestre run. I did 2 of them back there, and then this one.
Are those charity events?
Yes, they are.
So what causes were they about? What charities were they about?
Well, that's to help and the children. Yeah.
Oh, something for the kids.
Yeah, it's for kids.
Okay, you like kids.
Yeah, I do.
Even your own. No,
I do.
I'm sure they're wonderful young people. So it sounds to me that your most important area of concern as a Rotarian would be educating the children on the specific goals and ambitions of Rotary. Is that pretty much the way you would feel?
So through the bank, I have had the opportunity to participate in different events, like in the branches in East Boston. Sometimes we used to go to the schools. Well, not me, but other people would deliver dictionaries or go to read to the classrooms, or we also we go to the schools and sometimes talk to the parents about the importance of having a savings account and how to use a savings account, how a checking account works, what can you do with a checking account and stuff like that, so
Yes.
so they will know.
So you have to know your business when you talk to customers.
Yes.
They can't say to you, well, what is a savings account? And you say, gee, I don't know. You wouldn't keep your job very long.
Yeah.
And you also have to be able to make customers feel comfortable when they talk to you.
Yeah.
And you have a nice smile and a nice way about you, so I'm sure that you make them feel comfortable very quickly.
Yeah, well, at the bank, like I said, we always try to provide a good customer service. That's our main concern, that every customer that comes through that door leaves happy with the product that they're getting. And East Boston Savings Bank have great checking accounts, good savings accounts, CDs, HELOCs, um, to fulfill their needs.
Okay. So you are a purveyor of knowledge for your customers. It sounds to me that you'd be a great ambassador for Rotary to tell people what we do, how we do it, why we do it, when we do it, all the things that are important to Rotarians. The founders were out of Chicago. Paul Harris was the founder, and he got together with Arch Clump and a couple of others back at the beginning of the century, the 20th century, to find a place where people could feel at home with their fellow and sister human beings. They didn't have women for a while, but now I think there are probably more women in Rotary than men. I could be wrong about that. I think you'd make a great ambassador. You know what an ambassador is?
Yeah, thank you.
Someone who represents an organization
Yeah.
and brings that message to others. I also believe that there are not enough members from other countries. You're the first Guatemalan I've known who's also an American Rotarian. If you went back to Guatemala City or some other area in Guatemala, is your husband from there?
Yes,
Okay.
he is from Guatemala.
So if the two of you decided to go back to your home country, what would you tell people there who are not Rotarians but who are curious about it? What would you tell them to bring them over the line into Rotary?
I will tell them, to visit the club, to join one of the meetings, so they can, have an idea of what the local projects are and what are they working on. Sometimes, we want to do something for the community, but we sometimes don't know how to, and the Rotary can give you the resources to, to put your ideas to work.
Yes. Well, it's a little bit like being a banker. You have a product that you want to sell or to convince people of with regard to participating. You must be pretty successful at it. As a assistant manager, I meant to ask you this earlier. What are your duties? What do you do as an assistant manager? I know your manager, and she's a fine person, very bright, and knows the banking business. Do you assist her, or do you have your own set of responsibilities?
Yes, I do. We're always, our main concern is customer service and bringing more new customers to us. So we're always trying to find ways to get the bank the customers know that the bank is there, and we're pretty close to here in Malden. We're on 108 Main Street in Melrose. We're always welcoming new customers, and we, like I said, we want to make sure that every person who comes in lives happy, and that's our focus: customer service.
Okay. There's also customer service in Rotary. We need people to go out there. Let me ask you a question. Are there a lot of Guatemalans here in the United States?
They are, yeah.
Around here?
Around here, well, I only know one or two.
Oh.
Not too many.
No, speaking people.
Yeah. Spanish speaking people, yes, they are. They are. But we come from different countries.
Of course, but you do have that common bond of the same language.
Yes.
So if somebody came up to you and said, Teresita, what is Rotary? What would you tell them? I don't know if it would be any different in Guatemala, maybe, cultural differences. But what would you tell them is the best thing about Rotary that would interest them?
Well, I will tell them that the Rotary is a group of organized individuals who work towards, common goals with in different subjects like education, health, environment, and they are not only working here, they are working in different countries, and they are also working in South America, and they can go to the website and check the projects that they have here and the projects that they have there, so they will see that the Rotary is doing an amazing job trying to help local and international communities.
Well, wonderful. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm supposed to speak English, I suppose. Yes. We're getting near to the end of our program. I wanted to know if there was anything you'd like to add. We have something there that you want to talk about.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to mention that tomorrow East Boston Savings Bank is hosting Customer Appreciation Day. We're going to have snacks, we're going to have drinks, special promotions, raffles. We're raffling a beautiful Red Sox basket and 4 tickets for the opening game for the Red Sox. So I hope you can come tomorrow, Friday, April 5th, to East Boston Savings Bank, 108 Main Street in Melrose.
Thank you. I should tell you that this program is being taped for later showing, so this event probably will be over. Will there be any other future programs that people should know about in our viewing audience?
Yes, just if you're watching the show, just come anytime and just mention that you watched the show, and we'll make sure you get the best service ever.
Okay, well that makes good sense to me. Okay, you're a delightful person.
Thank you.
So glad that you are a Rotarian. Would love to see your husband become a Rotarian too, if he has the time and the inclination, and other people from EBSB. And I want to wish you all the luck in all that you do. And we'll have you on another time. Talk about Guatemala. I've never been there, but they say it's a delightful country and a beautiful, beautiful country. Very green, lots of flowers, nice people.
Yes.
Just like you. Okay, we're going to bring our program to a close. I want to thank our guest, Teresita Tetzaguic, for being with us today, and we'll all look forward to seeing you the next time.